Welcome back to English Habit. Today we're going to talk about something that everyone, at some point, has thought about. How can I become the best version of myself?
Yeah, that question can sound a bit intimidating, right? It's like there's a perfect version of us somewhere out there, waiting for us to become that person. But the truth is, becoming the best version of yourself isn't about perfection. It's about progress.
Exactly. It's not a race. It's a journey, a personal one. And before we start changing ourselves, we first need to understand who we are right now.
I think everything starts with reflection. If you don't know where you are, how can you know where to go next?
Yes, sometimes we just keep running without realizing why we're running in the first place. Maybe we're chasing success because others do. Maybe we're trying to please people. But deep down, we don't even know if that's what we truly want.
There's this question I ask myself every few months. Am I happy with the person I am becoming? When I say it out loud, it makes me pause and think.
That's powerful. Sometimes we're so focused on what's next that we forget to appreciate how far we've already come. Self-reflection helps us realign with our true values.
Right, but we should be careful too. If we reflect too much without taking action, we might get stuck in overthinking. So it's about balance. Think, but also move forward.
Once we know who we are, the next step is usually the hardest, facing fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of not being good enough.
Exactly. I remember when I started learning English, I was terrified of speaking. I was afraid people would laugh at my accent. But over time, I realized that no one really cares as much as we think they do.
Totally. We're so afraid of being judged that we don't even give ourselves the chance to improve. But mistakes are proof that you're trying.
There's a saying I love: progress over perfection. Every step you take, even the smallest one, counts.
Yes, and fear never truly disappears. You just learn how to walk with it. Courage is not the absence of fear. It's the decision to keep going despite it.
Now let's talk about something that people often misunderstand: self-care. Many think self-care is about spa days, vacations, or buying expensive stuff. But actually, real self-care is much simpler.
I agree. It's the small things you do to keep your energy alive. Drinking enough water, going for a short walk, listening to music that calms your mind, or simply going to bed 30 minutes earlier.
Exactly. When we take care of ourselves, we're not being selfish, we're being responsible. Because when you're empty, you can't give anything to others.
That's so true. There's this line from an airplane safety video: put your oxygen mask on first before helping others. And that applies to life too.
So, next time you feel guilty for taking a break, remember, rest is also productive.
Let's move to another big part of self-improvement: setting goals. So many people fail because they set goals that are too big.
Like, I'll change my life in 1 month, or I'll become fluent in English by next summer. It sounds great, but it's not realistic.
Exactly. Big goals are inspiring, but they can also be paralyzing. The key is to break them down into smaller, doable steps.
For example, instead of saying, I want to be fluent, say, I'll practice English for 10 minutes every day. Small steps create big changes.
Yes, when you start small, you build momentum and confidence. Each small win tells your brain, hey, I can do this.
And motivation follows action, not the other way around. You don't wait to feel motivated to start. You start first, and motivation comes after.
Now, once you've started taking small steps, it's all about turning them into habits. Habits are powerful because they make progress automatic. If you do something every day, no matter how small, it becomes a part of who you are.
Right, like brushing your teeth. You don't think about it, you just do it. That's how you want your good habits to feel.
But here's the tricky part. It's not about being perfect, it's about being consistent.
Yes. Even if you miss a day, Don't beat yourself up. Just get back on track the next day. Consistency beats intensity every time.
There's this quote I love. You don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. So instead of relying on motivation, build a system that supports your habits. Let's talk about something people often ignore: your environment and the people around you.
Yes, this one is huge. Sometimes it's not that you lack motivation, it's that you're surrounded by the wrong energy.
Exactly. If you're around people who constantly complain or criticize, it slowly affects how you think. You start to doubt yourself.
That's why it's so important to choose your circle wisely. Spend time with people who inspire you, who make you want to do better.
And if you can't change your environment completely, make small changes. Go to a coffee shop to study. Listen to uplifting podcasts. Follow people who share positivity.
Yes, protect your mental space. You don't have to cut everyone off, but you can limit the time you spend with negative people.
Remember this: you become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, so choose carefully.
Now, let's talk about lifelong learning, because growth never stops.
Yes, the best version of yourself is not someone who knows everything, but someone who never stops learning.
It doesn't have to be big. You can read 1 page a day, learn 1 new word, or try a new hobby. That's still growth.
Right. A study from Stanford showed that people with a growth mindset, those who believe they can improve, are happier and more resilient.
I love that, because when you see learning as a process, you stop being afraid of mistakes. Every failure becomes feedback.
Exactly. The goal is not to be perfect, but to be a little better than yesterday.
Now, let's not forget about gratitude. We're always chasing more success, more skills, more everything. But sometimes we forget to appreciate what we already have.
Yes. Gratitude doesn't mean settling. It means recognizing the good while still working for better.
Every morning, I try to say 3 things I'm grateful for, even small ones, like I had good coffee or I slept well. It changes the tone of my whole day.
That's a beautiful habit. When you practice gratitude, your mind shifts from scarcity to abundance. You stop thinking, I'm not enough, and start realizing, I have enough, and I'm growing.
Finally, I want to say this: don't rush your journey.
Yes, everyone's timeline is different. Just because someone else seems ahead doesn't mean you're behind.
Exactly. Social media can make you feel like you're late in life, but you're not. You're just on your own path.
One step at a time. Even small progress is still progress.
Remember this line: you're not behind, you're just becoming.
That's beautiful. Be patient, be kind, and keep showing up for yourself.
So, to wrap up today's episode, becoming your best self doesn't mean being flawless or having everything figured out. It means growing, learning, and forgiving yourself along the way.
Yes, it means showing up even when you don't feel ready. It means choosing progress over perfection. It means being proud of small wins and gentle with your mistakes.
And no matter where you are in life right now, remember this: you are a work in progress. And that's something to celebrate.
So keep going, slowly but surely. You're becoming the best version of yourself, one small step at a time.
Thanks for listening to English Habit. If you enjoyed this episode, share it with someone who might need to hear it today. And remember, your growth is your habit.
See you in the next episode. Take care and keep growing.